everybody. Welcome back to the Pauper Premier League, sponsored by CoolStuffInc.com and Wizards of the Coast. I'm Kendra Smith, one of your hosts, along here with Alex Ullman. Alex, how are you doing?
Let's get into match 2. I said before that I thought it was close and that I think that Tribe is advantaged. Looked at the deck list again. Tribe has 4 main deck copies of Seeker of the Way, so I think we're going to be playing at least 4 matches of Magic tonight in the finals. Yeah,
it's definitely going to be very interesting. And now I'm actually on a computer that probably won't die on me this time around. So I think I have tried switching between 3 different areas now. So hopefully this is the one I stay with here. So let's go. I know we just had a list up here. Let's go have a look at that Tribe list right here real fast.
So what do you think of these new innovations, specifically Whiteout and Merchant Scroll?
So Merchant Scroll, I don't totally know how I feel about it, but I do sort of like the fact that it's kind of like double duty here. It does find you your combo pieces, or else like if you need to, you can find your Dispel and get your Tireless Tribe. So it kind of works as almost 2 tutors in a way. It tutors you more than just the instant. It basically then just turns from a 2-mana tutor into a 3-mana one a little more than that for the Dispel.
Yeah, Adam is running a very not toolbox but tutor heavy version of the deck. Mm-hmm. Between Merchant Scroll, Muddle the Mixture, Dispel, he's able to find some key, not one-ofs, but key cards. So Merchant Scroll and Muddle the Mixture can find Inside Out. They can find, that's the big one. They can find Inside Out. Muddle can find Whiteout. It can find Seeker of the Way. Merchant Scroll can find Dispel, which can get you Gigadrowse, can get you Shadow Rift, can get you Tireless Tribe. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. I think that Adam's advantaged. At the same time, Chris won through Weather the Storm. And Weather the Storm is really good at gaining a ton of life.
Right.
The big thing here is Adam also has access to 4 copies between main and side of Prismatic Strands. He has Dispel. He has Hydroblast. Basically, Adam said to himself, Chris plays Burn. I don't want to lose to Burn.
Yeah, he's even got a Standard Bearer there too, which can be used as a means to basically take some damage off yourself from the Burn player.
But the one thing that Chris has that other players I've not seen are the sideboard copies of Firebrand Archer. That is a pretty big deal in that it just gives you another layer of damage on top of Thermo-Alchemist. I'm not sure it's going to be good enough here, but it is definitely worth watching whether or not he brings in the Firebrand Archers. I'm not sure he will, but you never know. He needs to find a way to be faster than Adam's combo.
Absolutely.
Adam can win on turn 2. It's very hard. By hard, I mean it's not the most common occurrence, but it can happen. I've been on the receiving end of turn 2 Inside Out way too many times. But
right, it basically would come down to, for that to happen, it would basically come down to Adam being on the play, and then playing Tireless Tribe, and then it would have to go, Chris uses a burn spell, maybe tries to go for the Tribe, or just even to the face, like say he only has Lava Spikes. Okay, so then he Lava Spikes Adam, or else suspends a Rift Bolt. And then at that point, Adam recognizes that, oh, hey, Chris is tapped out. Let's go in.
But yeah, no matter what, this is going to be a very interesting match, and I'm excited to see it. I know we're just a few minutes away, but so...
Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how this one plays out, because it could really go in either direction, honestly.
The thing that I think is interesting is I think no matter what, after this, Chris has to play mono black control. I don't think he can deviate from the plan. I think that for matches 3 and 4, no matter what Adam brings, Chris's best bet is mono black control.
Absolutely. I was just thinking about myself. Burn doesn't really do too much versus the the Jeskai list, and then
it can go under, but it's still tough.
Right, and then if I recall correctly, I don't have the list right up in front of me right this second because of all the technical issues. But I do believe that Adam runs Weather the Storm in that Jeskai list.
He has it in the sideboard.
Right, so that definitely makes things much harder for Chris.
Yeah, but at the same point, against Adam with Mono Black control, at least this matchup, Deadweight, Oubliette, Pestilence, Chain
there's a lot.
All fantastic.
Yeah, there's so many ways that Chris can just take it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was watching that whole last match here over our producer Rich's shoulder, and I was just watching Chris and just runner. He's just getting there, and those were fantastic matches to watch. But right now we got the next match ready to go. CVM versus Adam Yurchick in the finals, match 2.
Oh, this is unfortunate for Adam. He's gonna have to take a mulligan here on a hand that
he is.
Any land. Actually, do you mulligan that? I don't.
Maybe it's very slow.
It's slow, but you have Seeker, but you don't have. It's a tough mulligan decision. I think it depends on whether I'm on the play or draw. Adam is doing the math right now, but Chris's hand is blisteringly fast.
Right. So Chris is actually on the play.
Oh wow. Yeah, Adam takes a mulligan and he's gonna go down to 5. You can't keep that.
No, there's not a chance in heck that you can keep that. Wow. He had to go to 4. That's rough, buddy.
So Chris VanMeter, LSV is all about luck. CVM is also all about luck today, because I think if you're Chris, you lead on Lavarunner. Next turn, you're cracking in for 8.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Adam's just trying to find some stuff here.
He's trying to find action, but next turn, you lock Chain Lightning.
Ooh, do you, though? No, now you have that Alchemist.
No, you play the Alchemist, and then you win next turn.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
But it's probably not going to get there. Wow, especially not like this. Not like this. It's like what I've been telling myself all night.
Let's see.
All right.
How much damage can Chris do this turn? He taps. He's playing extremely patiently, and that might come back to bite him because of this Prismatic Strands.
Right.
Because all this stuff.
Even then, it might just come down to the Prismatic Strands doesn't quite do enough. There's the Tireless Tribe. So yeah, this actually changes things.
This changes things. Now, Adam doesn't have a kill.
Whoa. Wait a sec. Oh, yeah, because now he can just discard the Prismatic Strands.
Yeah. But so the question is, when will Adam fire off this Strands? I think you have to fire it off at the first possible opportunity.
Yeah.
So let's see. He's being incredibly patient with the Strands.
Now the question is that going to come back to bite him?
I mean, again, these players are much more accomplished than I am. I think that when you're on 4, you have to milk that for all it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
If you're Adam, you don't really have to worry about the attack from Lavarunner, but yeah,
I see what you're trying. Yeah,
you can pitch whatever you want. Yeah, by pitching the Strands, you now have to force CVM to respect it. But CVM is really well set up to play around Strands thanks to 2 copies of Alchemist. Now, it's not over. There is a series of draws here that get Adam into this match. This isn't quite it. I think the only thing that gets him into this is Whiteout here. And
that's going to be it.
You can attack. I think you play a land and hope to live another turn.
But it's not going to work that way for Adam here, unfortunately.
Yeah, because Chris is going to be able to lead with a sorcery, Chain Lightning, and be able to respond to it with his 2 burn spells, and that's it.
Yep.
This is actually the problem with Tribe combo. Not that there is... Oh, that's interesting. I'm not sure it matters, but...
No, it actually doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Chris still has a super, super locked up.
Yeah. This is the one thing that was kind of the holding Tribe combo back, even when it was one of the better decks, is that it is fragile. It is awkward, and you do need to... It's a combo deck in the true sense of the word. It doesn't function without Tireless Tribe on the board, more or less. Even the counter magic doesn't function. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Adam just knew. Adam just knew the writing was on the wall. So how do you side here if you're Chris?
So I see that he's bringing these Electricities and Martyr Sands. I don't know how I feel about the Martyr Sands. I guess they do get rid of the Seeker of the Ways, but I definitely like the Electricities here. I think that even if you just spot removal, even if you don't overload, that still takes out your Tireless Tribe. No problem.
Well, Martyr is great because you can leave it on the board and then you just leave mana up when they go for the Tribe turn.
Yeah.
And if they invert it, you just have to reveal enough cards. At the same point, the problem is that Prismatic Strands exists.
Yeah, exactly.
I like taking out Curse of the Pierce card. I think it's a little slow.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes in those Firebrand Archers, which I like.
And they're going to put in some work.
Yeah. So let's go back to that opening hand, which had Evolving Wilds, Ponder, Preordain, 2 Shadow Rift, and Seeker of the Way. Obviously, hindsight's 2020. I think Adam would take that over any other hand he had.
Yeah.
But
there's no way you could have known.
No way you could have known. But do you keep that hand? Yes, it's slow, but you're going to see a ton of cards on the draw.
So in that situation, because Chris was on the play, I would not have kept that hand.
Okay.
Because I felt like it was just too slow. And you need to be able to deal with anything. Because it could even have come down to maybe Chris didn't have any creatures, but it really wouldn't have taken very much for Chris to just go, burn, 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 you're dead. So, a little more burns than that, but you get my point.
Yeah.
So I think Adam just knew that he just had to get it out of there and just go, try and mulligan it. I think if Adam was on the draw or on the play rather, I think we might be looking at a different story, because then you could just easily, you would basically have like an extra turn almost to set up and ready yourself against Chris's attack plan.
So it doesn't look like Adam brought in the standard bearers.
Awesome. So looks like we're about here. We're getting started. So let's see what action we got going on here.
That's a great hand from Chris.
Yes and no.
I mean, granted, you want more land, but it's going to put in work. Adam, on the other hand, 3 islands.
Chris found the second land.
Adam has 3 islands, Seeker of the Way in hand. He needs to find a white mana source.
Yep.
He finds Prismatic Strands. So that Dispel is going to look pretty awkward against a handful of sorceries.
Yeah.
And
Adam, Lavarunner.
I think you still lead with Alchemist here. No.
Nope, he's going in on that Lavarunner here.
You know what's going to be awkward? Next turn, that Circular Logic is castable and will do nothing. Will do stone nothing.
Absolutely.
What was the draw? Whiteout. Oh my lord.
Wow. Chris might just...
Chris might steal this one.
Get this.
So let's see. Kraxin for 2. And do you play Alchemist here? I think you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, the only way you don't play Alchemist is if you needle drop into Fireblast, because then the game it's over.
Mm-hmm.
If he needle drops
there's the Dispel.
Yeah. But this is still a huge setup. So let's see. Is it a
Can we get there?
Ponder.
Nope, Ponder. But that might find it.
This is a sweat. But even if he finds it, what does a plains do at this point? It needs to be natural plains. He finds Evolving Wilds.
It's not going to get there. And it looks like
Chris stole this match.
Sure did. So we're going to be going into match number 3. And Alex, is this where you expected things to end up here?
No, I did not. I honestly, we were talking about this when you showed me the deck list, and first of all, I thought that the semifinal, the play-in, was close. I thought that Brian honestly was advantaged, just a little bit, not an overwhelming amount, but enough.
And there it is, right there.
But even looking at the decks, I said to you, you know what? Adam is playing in the better decks. Adam is advantaged no matter who he faces.
Pretty much, yeah. And we even saw that a little bit in some, like your Discord server. Some people were mentioning that, it just looked like Adam might just, win it really handily. But see how things are turning out now. So now
we're getting into leveling.
Mm-hmm. So
we're getting into leveling.
Yeah. So
if you're Adam, what deck do you bring? Because I think if you're Adam, you're putting Chris on mono black.
Right. I think Jeskai is probably the better play here. I think Inside Out can definitely get there, but it's still very fragile. And if Chris even just takes out a Tireless Tribe, that could just be all she wrote for Adam.
So here's the thing. I think if you're Chris and you think Adam might go on 4-color, I think there's a question about whether or not you want to play Burn, just on the off chance that you have 2 matches in the hand, and then no matter what, you get 2 with mono black control against these 2 decks.
Absolutely.
And you know what? I think there's merit to that. I don't know. This is a real prisoner's dilemma. It's interesting. We'll find out in just a few minutes. We're going to break. Chris VanMeter has not dropped a game all night. Let's see if he can keep it going. We'll be back in a few minutes.
See you guys then.